I'm Lance Yelvington for Cyber Country. I'd like to introduce you to a pretty ingenious artist, one who started her own TV show at the age of 8 and who has also come up with some very ingenious songs. Amber Hayes is like no other artist you'll ever meet. In fact, if you've ever had any doubt to go see her, she tells you herself, come on.
I'm Amber Hayes.
Now, Amber, you've had a really extensive background coming into the business, and you're not that old. I mean, the thing is, you got started out early in life. I mean, you almost came here singing as a kid.
That's funny. You know, I was asked the other day if in the delivery room if I was singing, and I wasn't, but I started singing when I was 5, and I just grew up singing, you know, all over Oklahoma. That's where I'm from. A small town called Walika, Oklahoma, and had my own show when I was 8 and toured in a musical when I was in high school, and then when I came to Nashville did a couple of musicals, and then the Conway Twitty musical. That kind of really helped me get to another level in my career. So.
Well, I mean, talking about being a child, having your own show, I mean, that was amazing because not that many kids have that kind of focus.
Well, you know, it was so great because I had a lot of great people who supported me, but my dance teacher at the time was just like, you know, we should do this whole show and you could be the host and we'll have a patriotic, you know, section and then a country section, a gospel section or whatever. And, you know, I just had like my friends from the dance, you know, studio would come out and do a dance number while I changed, and I would come back out and sing Have Mercy or something, you know, so it was fun.
What was it like working with the Twitty family?
It was great working with the Twitty family. They're still very supportive of my career, and they come to a lot of my shows and stuff, which is awesome. And you know, just to be able to help them bring Conway's music back to his fans was just such a great experience.
And one thing too, when you come back as a performer, I mean, is it tough to come back every night with another show, or is it important to come back with something unique?
For the musical?
Uh-huh.
Well, you know, I think your crowds are different every night. And so, you know, it is the same show every night, but with Conway's music the way that it is and it's being so awesome, you know, it was just, you never got tired of it. But yeah, I think, you know, with the different crowds that you're in front of, we would be in front of like a Performing Arts Center crowd, and then next night be in front of a country music crowd opening up for George Jones. So that helped it to kind of, you know, be different every night.
Now, when you come out on stage with the original stuff, what do you have to bring? What do you have to show to the audience to make them want to find out more about you?
You know, I think you really have to be you know, and they have to want to know you as a person. And I think through your music, that's really a reflection of you. And so whenever I choose my material or I write songs, you know, this whole new EP that I have is all stuff about me and like where I've come from. And I think it's just important that you can, you know, relate to your fans and give them a part of you when you're on stage.
Is that tough to do when you're writing songs or when you're picking the right songs for a CD?
You know, I think you write from your experiences, at least I do, so it makes it easier when you're performing them, I think, because you feel, you know, what you're singing. But, you know, I think it is hard sometimes to pick the right material, and that's a key thing, you know, I think with all artists, it's a big decision when it comes time to record.
Now, what's the weirdest experience you've had thus far in entertainment?
Well, let's see. I was, when I was younger, I was in a hula group that toured, and I actually lost my skirt in the middle of the mall one time, and so that was a really weird experience because there you are, you know, in the middle of the mall.
Yeah, that's the understatement of the day.
Yes, yes. And it's really funny to tell people I was in a hula group, you know, that's really odd. Hula and country music, you know, but I have done a little bit of everything.
That could be one of those niche genres,
you know? Maybe so. Maybe I need to think about that. And then I did fall off of the pod for the Twitty musical, which was not so great. And so I had that experience, which, you know, I think you always have those little moments where, you know, you're going to fall or you're going to, you know, it's just one of those things. But I haven't had, you know, too bad experiences.
Well, it's something that we've heard of bad, so it must not have been that bad.
Not at all. Mm-mm.
Now, let me ask you, why should somebody go out and see a show of yours or buy your stuff?
Okay, well, I think, you know, going back to the material, I think it's very reflective of what country music I feel like, you know, needs right now. It goes back to more of the country roots, and I talk about small town, you know, being just a normal girl, and I think that, you know, that's something that I offer, and I think with my show, you know, it's going to be high energy, and coming from the theater background, I think it's a little bit different too. When you go to see my show, I think you'll see that I definitely do come from that background. I'm Amber Hayes, and you can check out my music at amberhayesmusic.com, and there is a link to all of my networking sites, Twitter, Facebook, all of that. And there's a cool new site. It's ambertv.net, and it's kind of behind the scenes of like the musical that I was in and the radio tour that I've just been on. So I've been on to 53 radio stations, which is so cool and exciting. And my new single is Come On, and it's on iTunes, Amazon, and all those sites. And then the EP is coming out August 31st, and so you can find that on Amazon and iTunes August 31st.